Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and doing good. So, students, today I am going to explain you how to write the molecular formula of a compound. As you can see, it is given on the page number 66 in your book, 66. Now, there are few steps, okay, that you should follow before to write a molecular formula. First one is you should know the symbol. So, you should know the symbol of elements, especially 1 to 20 for this for class 8. Then at the top right side, you should write valency. Second step, you should write the valency. So here you can see valency is written on the right side. Then third step, you have to do crisscrossing. You have to cross. Cross means the valency of this sodium will go to the chlorine and the chlorine valency will go to the sodium. So this method is called crisscross method. So crisscross is the method through which or interchanging the valency, through the interchanging the valency of a element, we can write the molecular formula of a compound. And if fourth step is remove any common factor. So if we will see that like NaCl and NaCl, the valency is 1. You can see here 1 plus and Cl. So common factor is there. 1 is the common factor. So what we will do? We can omit it. Okay. We can remove it. So it is written remove any common factor in valency. So in the valency only you have to see the common factor. Like in the math sums, you are just strike off two common factors the same way. So like this, by following these four rule, you can write the molecular formula of a compound. And if the molecular formula of a compound, if we are writing for polyatomic ion, so we will use the bracket. Okay, for example, ammonia phosphate, PO4. So that also I will explain you. So how we just, as I said, so few example is given in your book. First one is of sodium chloride. So here you can see that first we have to write the we should know that sodium chloride is made up of sodium and chloride ion. So sodium is Na plus 1 plus and Cl is 1 minus, cation and anion. So this sodium valency of 1 plus will go to the chlorine. As you can see the arrow direction you can see, and the chlorine will go to the sodium. So both contains the common factor. One is the common factor, common valency factor in both. So we will not write this one and simply we write NaCl. So like this we can make, or scientists just discovered the steps for writing the molecular formula of a different compound. So NaCl both have the one valency, so the formula will be NaCl. Next is the same also, hydrogen chloride, because you know hydrogen chloride is made up of hydrogen and chloride ion. So hydrogen also have the one valency, it is also a cation, and chlorine is having an ion. Okay, so the same thing, next step, do the interchange the valency. Chlorine will go to the hydrogen valency will go to the chlorine. One is the common factor in both hydrogen and chlorine, so we will write simply HCl. So hydrochloric acid, or we simply write HCl. Next is sodium hydroxide. So for sodium hydroxide you can see it is a polyatomic OH. Okay, 2 element. Polyatomic means made up of 2 element. So we write in a bracket. That's the valency we will write in a bracket. You can see here also. You can see in the case of carbonate also. So sodium hydroxide is made up of Na, which is sodium, and hydroxide ion is OH negative. So then crisscross the valency of 2 and the common factor is 1 again. So we write, so you can write NaOH simply. So you should remember the formula and how it is generated by these rules, that also. Now magnesium chloride is made up of Mg. Mg is having 2 plus valency. I told you how to make cations and anions in the last video, so please go and watch it. Then chlorine. So magnesium will if we will crisscross the valency, magnesium valency will go to the chlorine, chloride ion valency will go to the magnesium. So this 2 plus you can see clearly here that 2 plus is going to the chlorine. So chlorine which is 1 minus earlier, it has become Cl2 because the magnesium valency shift to the chlorine. So by interchanging or by crisscross method. So like this, the formula of magnesium chloride will become MgCl2. So this is the rule. There are 4 rules. So, and very simple rules. Only you have to in the page number 63 and 64 table is given of valency of cations and anions. So you should remember the valencies. That you should remember the carbonate valency is 1, phosphate valency is 3, like this, and nitrate is 2. So you should remember these valencies. Nitrate valency is 1, nitrate you should remember children that nitrate, nitrite and carbonate, their valency carbonate, their valency is 1 only, okay, but in some cases carbonate valency can be 2, oxide valency is 2, sulfate valency CO3, CO4, acetate valency is 1. So you can see sulfate and sulfite valency is also 2. So I told you that some are monoatomic, they have the 1 valency, some are diatomic, they have 2 valency, some have triatomic. So phosphate ion, their valency is it is an ion, its valency is 3. So here you can see 3. Carbonate they are showing 2. So this carbonate valency goes to this ammonium ion. Okay, ammonium is having 1 valency. So like this you should remember the valency, then only you are able to use this crisscross method. Now same as the ammonium and carbonate, ammonium carbonate valency will interchange and then we will get the ammonium carbonate. So the carbonate valency go to the ammonium and the ammonium valency 1 go to the carbonate. So like this we are writing NH4, because if we will not put the it is made up of polyatomic, so many elements are there, so many atoms are there. So if we will not put the bracket, then what will happen, it will become the 42. So that's why we have to write NH4 whole twice CO3. Same as for aluminium phosphate, aluminium is 3 plus and phosphate is 3 minus. So phosphate valency will go to aluminium and aluminium valency will go to the phosphate. Both are having 3 common valency, so we don't write the common factor, we have to remove it. So the formula will become AlPO4, it will be correct. Then for calcium nitrate also, calcium is having 2 valency, nitrate is having 1. After crisscrossing we will get the formula CaNO3 whole twice. So it will become the chemical formula for calcium nitrate. So like this, remember the 4 rules. So in this you can see one table, this table is given, okay. So they are telling you the significance, what is the significance, we can know the elements and all. So one table is also given on the page number 68, table 5.8. so please go through that table also, because so many compounds, how they interchange is also given there. So please in a homework just try to solve roughly any 8 compound along with their valency like this only. So please go through table 5.8 and like this only in a rough copy, or you can use your fair copy also. So you can solve from that table. So thank you children, have a nice day. If you find any doubt, we will solve that table I will ask you in the Zoom class also. So please do and start learning and solving the exercise. Thank you and have a nice day. God bless you all.